And now we go mail a couple of knives. One person bought 2 knives, and the Maxim Pest Control up in British Columbia bought the BC Special with a desert ironwood handle. And I'm fixing to go to the post office and get them mailed. All right, got them mailed. Paid my water bill, both water bills for the shop and the house. And got some miles in on Breezy. Since Sonny's been going with us, I feel like we've cheated all the other dogs not getting a ride. All right, now I'm fixing to go work on a chainsaw. It's my own chainsaw, a steel. It's running just a little rough. It sat for a long time, empty. I didn't leave gas in it, but it took a while for it to get to running right. And I think I'm going to open up the jets just a tiny little bit, the high and the low speed, and idle it up just a skosh, and sharpen my chain, clean the bar, and dump the gas out of it and let it run itself out of gas after I dump it, you know, and put it away till I have another emergency. So let me tell you what I've been doing when I'm not here. Remember my old friend Dwayne? Well, he passed away, and Charlie and I have been helping her, I don't know, get her life prepared to live without a helper. So what we're doing now is we're trying to get her yard easy for her to take care of by herself. And some of the stuff we're doing is cutting trees that are kind of in the way and just helping her lighten her load a little bit. And so anyway, this chainsaw, I'm gonna sit down. This chainsaw, I don't use it often because it's really big, it's really heavy, and the older I get, the harder it is to handle it. It's a big chainsaw. So I have another smaller steel that I just love because you can operate it with one hand. But Dwayne had some walnut logs, about 8 or 10 foot long. I mean, these were, I don't know if you can see me, but these were 24-inch logs, and these barely cut through it. And they were walnut, if I didn't mention that. Hard, very hard wood. And I got through all of them with this one blade, and I'm kind of surprised, to tell you the truth. I mean, my last 3 cuts, I really should have changed the chain, put a new chain on. I mean, a freshly sharpened one. This is actually a new chain, and I'm going to put its very first sharpening on it and then put it back on. So I just thought I'd show you that and explain where I've been when I'm not here making knives and putting videos out. We're over there helping Sue prepare to live life on her own. And all right, so let me get this off. And I'm gonna clean that up too. I always do when I get them off. And I'm gonna have a look at that sprocket. So here's the chain. I'm gonna shut you off and bring you over to my sharpener. Actually, not quite yet. I'm gonna back you up and I'm gonna show you how I clean the bar out. Since I put this thing away for long periods, I try to put it away in its best condition. So when I do need it, it's usually an emergency, tray falls or something like that. I don't want to have to screw around with, you know, trying to get it to work. This is something I made from a putty knife. It's just a bar cleaner. Let me get a rag. This is my workbench, but you know, you don't try to keep it clean. It will definitely be dirty. Let me see where you're at. All right, so let's take the bar, try to scrape the stuck in dust and grease and all that. And just rides better. Chain rides better. Everything works better. And the truth is, now that I'm no longer working, I could never afford to replace this saw. And then, see these holes here? These two holes are for oil. Let me get my, here's a little screwdriver. I've already I idled it up a little bit. And I opened up the low-speed screw just a little, and the high-speed screw just a little. I think part of the reason it wasn't running perfect was because I had some old gas in there, and it wasn't high octane. It was the regular stuff. You just want to make sure them oil holes are opened up. So that's the life of your chain right there. All right, now let's go over to the chain sharpener. Okay, let's go this way. There's my boy. There's my good boy. Okay. How much of this do you want to see? It's kind of boring, but you can scroll forward if you want. I've had this thing for years and years and years and years. And I'll tell you what made me buy it. Western Auto in Minden, Louisiana. I bought a chain, brand new chain, and I brought it to them to have it sharpened after I used it, you know. And those people sharpened away half a freaking tooth. Way below the raker. As a matter of fact, I might doctor them rakers up a little bit. So anyway, it's a 30-degree cut. The tooth is a 30-degree tooth. And what I do is I set this where it's just going to kiss the front of the tooth. Not quite. Yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go. This is gonna, you know, it's a lengthy process. When I get it all done, what I do is undo a knob here, and I turn this 30 degrees the other way, and then I get the other teeth. So I have to skip a tooth. Every other tooth is, one's angled this way, another's angled that way. That's how it cuts. So you have to do one side one time, and the other side, you know, get the other angle. Here we go. Scroll forward if you feel like it. So, let me tell you a story. I've been sitting here thinking about how much I want to say. Dwayne and I were good friends for a long time, and we kind of fell away from being friends. Mostly it was my doing, over something that, looking back, was not that big a deal, and I could have overlooked. And knowing what I know now about his health and how it affected his thought process and his actions at times, how I should have been more forgiving and understanding as a friend, and I think about that a lot. And I kind of feel sorry that I wasn't that forgiving and understanding friend I should have been. Sure is wobbly. That walnut, that was some hard wood to cut. This saw was not happy. Trying to see where there we go, that's it. I think that's it, yep. So one more and then I gotta turn it around. Alright, now we flip this around the other side. This is a Harbor Freight chainsaw sharpener, by the way, and worth its weight in gold. I've saved a ton of money. Well, anyway, the people at Western Auto sharpened half the tooth away, making it useless, and wouldn't buy me a new chain, and then charged me for the sharpening. I could not believe it. So that was the let me shut this off while I readjust it. That was the last and final time I ever brought my chain to have it, to let anybody sharpen it but me. I think that'll do it. Yeah. We'll see. You want to be kind of careful because you don't want to heat these up so bad that you ruin the temper on the teeth. And when you're cutting with a dull chain, you're really working your saw way harder than it wants to work or should work. Yeah, this particular saw is the biggest saw Steel makes before going into the commercial line. So it goes from about, I don't know, now this saw would probably be 1,200–1,300 bucks. And then you jump into the commercial equivalent and you're talking thousands of dollars. Chainsaws are so, I mean, good chainsaws are ridiculously expensive. But, you know, you want to cut wood or you want to work on your chainsaw. I mean, Steel's not the only good chainsaw out there. There's a bunch of saws out there that are good. Still got a ways to go. Now, I'm not going to cut these rakers because I'm not taking enough off these teeth yet to justify bringing the rakers down. The rakers, when I get a close-up, I'll show you in a second. Alright, this is the last one, so I got 1, 2, 3 more. One, two. Show you the raker. Okay, right in front of the tooth, that is the raker. And at some point you can sharpen your tooth so much that the top level of the tooth is below that raker and it won't cut. So you have to file a little bit off the top of that raker, and what I do is I take them over to my knife shop and I put them on my belt grinder, my small one, my 1x42, and I just knock a little bit off. All right, let's go to the chainsaw and put this back on. And then I have already dumped the gas out of it in an ecologically safe fashion. And now when I get it all together, I'm gonna crank it up and let it run itself out of gas. Okay, be sure you're putting teeth in the right direction. You want the teeth on the bottom to be facing that way and the teeth on the top to be facing that way. So what I do is alternate sides. Now I'm going to turn this upside down, and normally I knock, if this has got a burr, I knock the burr off, but it doesn't have a burr. So sometimes they develop a burr from use, and you know, knocking off the burr just helps everything move a little smoother. Oh, and I checked the sprocket. It's a little bit worn, not bad. And I think I actually have another sprocket. Oops. This is always the hard part. I gotta sit down. Well, crap. I gotta bring this little thing in a little bit. The adjustment is too far out to get to by hand. There we go. Now, there we go. Now, I'm gonna make that adjuster come out a little bit, and it will actually hold the bar in some. That's good enough for now. What I'm going to do is go clean this off. I'll be right back. Voila. All right, here we go. That's a little tight. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to crank it up and let it run itself out of gas. I've already dumped the gas out. Now this is locked with security cameras on it and a very bright light on it. So any meth heads live near me, don't even think about it. Oh. Okay. I don't know what they even cost now. I don't even know if they even make this now. I've had this probably 7 or 8 years now. Okay, that's it for me today. I don't have any knife orders, and I told my wife, since I don't have any knife orders, I get to pick what knife I make next. And I think I'm going to make a highly polished Texas Rumble with some of my finest wood. Hold on, let me lock this. I need both hands. Okay, so the next project is this machete. Got a couple of nicks in the edge. And I'm gonna go work them out on a stone. And I'm gonna do that in my knife shop. There's one of them right here. Otherwise, blade is okay. So I'm gonna clean the blade up some and put a good edge on it, and then fix this. There we go. Fix that there. And what I'm gonna do is grind it flat below that. I'll start back about here, grind up to about here, and make it sharp and shiny again. Okay. I got the nick worked out of it. I don't know why you won't focus. Now, I got to work on getting that edge back on there. I want to do that with my stone. But first, I'm going to pet my dog. Boy, that didn't take long to sharpen. Let's see if I can do this left-handed. I am just bad left-handed at everything. Man, oh man, oh man. This is still, after all these years, this is the best machete I have ever used. It's the Gerber Gator Bolo. And what makes it good is it's got a heavy tip. And when you swing that thing, man, it's going through whatever you're cutting. All right, I'm gonna take some sandpaper, clean this up some, but I have fixed the gouge I had in it, and I think I hit a chain link fence is what happened. And it's back, it's ready to chop. So that is it. Tomorrow is a Walmart and Sam's day. Yay! Oh, don't envy me. I hate shopping, but I hate letting my wife go alone, because she's only able to carry one gun, and if I go, there's two guns. All right. Have a good day. Tomorrow's Wednesday? Yeah. Have a good Wednesday, y'all. See ya. I know I already said my goodbyes, but two things I forgot to tell you, because I don't want to steer anybody wrong about this Gerber Gator Bolo. It is the best machete I've ever had, except It is the worst edge I've ever gotten on a machete. The factory edge is absolute crap, and it takes a ton of work to put a good edge on this thing. But the steel is good. It holds an edge for a long time, but it takes a lot of work to get that edge on there. And when I first did this, I did it all by hand with a stone. That's how long ago I wasn't even making knives back then, so I didn't have my belt grinders. And I used a really rough stone. I mean, you have to re-profile the edge. It comes with a, let me see if I got something to write with here. I'll show you. Yeah. It comes with, let's just say that this is you're looking at it this way here. Let's just say you're looking right down the blade that way. And we'll make it wide so you'll, this is the kind of edge it comes with. It's like a cold chisel. It's a terrible, terrible edge. I suppose if you were young and strong, that kind of edge would work. So what I've had to do is turn it into a much steeper edge, like this. Now it takes a little work to keep it that way, but if you clean it up after you use it, if you use a lot, and you take your stone and you go over it and you knock the chips off it, and you keep it clean. I just oiled it. And I've had this for years now, years. I cleared 2 acres of land with this. I don't know if some of y'all may remember that have been subscribers for a long time. I bought 2 acres of land across the street from me. And I cleared it with this and big walk behind string trimmer. And 99% of my work I did with this. Not 90, probably 75%. I did some with a chainsaw and some with a walk behind string trimmer, but at least 75% of the hardest work, vines and brush, I cleared with this here. And I'm sold on that, on this Gerber Gator Bolo. They're actually a little hard to find now. You know, I looked on Amazon about a year ago. I looked on Amazon, they were not available. And I didn't see them in the stores for a long time, but about 6 months ago, I saw a bunch in Walmart. I think they're like 30, 35 bucks, something like that. When I bought it, they were 29, but they've got them. And another bit of news. I'm not going to mention her name because she hasn't said that it was okay, but there's a prepper, and she called me and wants me to make a knife for her, and I haven't spoke to her in a long time. She's a real nice lady. Has a great channel, and I'll give you a hint. She's a real survivor. Okay? Anyway, she wants a BC special. So, and she's actually gonna be using it. So I'm gonna make it rough and tough. Satin finish, desert iron wood handle, some jimping on the back in case she wants to use it for fire starting. And I'm going to get that cut out today. Today is, I worked pretty hard cutting logs up yesterday, and my back needs a little rest. So that's all I'm going to do today is everything I've already done. I'm going to get this cut out and get it cleaned up and ready for bevel. And I'll probably Thursday or Friday get to starting on it. So, alrighty. Now, have a good Wednesday, y'all. Yeah, I know, I already said goodbye, but I just wanted to show you I've got one cut out and shaped. Not shaped, not yet. And now I'm fixing to drill my holes. I gotta mark them, and I'm not gonna grind the bevel today, but I got a good start. And up here, I'll put some jimping. Okay. I drill my holes and go home. You are not a hummingbird.
George, get down from there.
You're gonna put an eye out.
You can eat till the hummingbirds show up.
And hummingbirds just showed up and they're not happy.
Well, I do see some ants going up and down that.
So you think he's getting an ant?
No. He's licking.
The sugar water?
Yeah, because I tilted it a while ago to make sure it was feeding down in there.
Huh.
It's hard to keep these ants off here. George. Actually, that's Georgette.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Georgette, you need to get down.
Huh.
Oh my God, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Go ahead, jump. You can do it. It's not that far. Well, it is far, but...
I think he's drunk.
You think he's not a sugar high? Oh, he's looking. See, there's another one down here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have a little...
That one minus a tail, too?
No, that's George. That's real George there. This is Georgette. She's looking at, hey, baby. Got some good sugar up here. Come on, get it. That was my gecko voice, by the way. I got shit to do. Oh, there you are. Yeah, I'm coming for some of that. Boy, do we have a boring life or what? Go ahead.
Them babies, I told you the little tiny one, it's not even an inch long over there on that tall Mexican petunia there. And I can pick it up. It's so used to me. I've been picking seeds off of it.
She's
Better
looking.
run, George.
She's
Okay.
yeah.
Gone. I'm out of here.
Huh. I told you not to come around here when my boyfriend here.
She's gonna get on that fan. She stays on that fan a lot. She was just over here underneath my chair. Oh, George, leave her alone.
I can't even see. Oh, she's down here.
Yeah, she jumped down there.
And he's
Now
up
run her
here.
off. Now, George, I will run you off. She was here first. All right, I gotta intervene.
Yeah, we're fixing to have an intervention.
You go. Well, look what you made her do. You go over there. Go on.
Did you shoo him off?
Stick your tongue out at me.
She had her tail cut off or something. Something got a hold of
after
her.
her and
Yeah.
she dropped her tail. Come on, come back over here where you live.
Hello. We will not hurt you. We will
George,
just-
don't even think about it.
We will just make you YouTube famous.
Look at the top of his back.
Where is he?
She lives over here.
Where is he?
He's right over there. He's even got ridges on top of his back,
I
that are
don't see
really
him.
tall.
I guess I missed him. I can't see him.
No, he may have. She lives
Oh,
over here.
yeah. Oh, there he is. Right down there. Yep. Good news, sweetie. Good news. Somebody bought a knife. I can afford to feed you for another month. There you go. There's some treats. You sure are a pretty kitty. Okay. Here's your breakfast. And there's tomorrow's breakfast.